investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Insects go crawly crawly all day long. It's certainly true because I've said it in this song. They also exhibit some of the most fascinating animal behaviour in the natural world and are far more complex than many people give them credit for. I actually used to be a caterpillar, but decided to transform myself into a horrible little man. Although the marvels of insects are myriad, they aren't just fascinating in isolation. The behaviour of insects has informed many parts of human society, organisation, and technology. I am, however, reticent about taking orders from bees. Last time I did that, I ended up very sticky indeed. So what can we learn from insects, and what behaviours should we try to avoid? Are insects far more intelligent than we give them credit for? And if so, should we give them their own little glasses to wear? Just what in the world is going on with bees and ants? And do the inner workings of insect life reveal the true inner workings of the world? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's got the can-do attitude of an ant, the tenacity of a wasp, and the everything else of a maggot. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, do you like insects? Or do they give you the boogles?
They do give me the boogles.
Very straightforward answer to kick us off on that podcast. Would you like another question?
I think the life of a fly, being a fly on the wall,
right,
looks like not the life for me.
Brilliant. You don't want to be a fly.
No,
okay.
I think sometimes I envy like the kind of the slouch of dog or the kind of
the slouch of
apathy of puss of cats.
What the fuck are you talking
but
about?
The life of a kind of bug or a cricket is just...
It's no life.
It's a life of war. It's just like a hellscape down there. I've seen... Do you disagree?
No, it's just, the question was, do you like insects or do they scare you? And your answer is, I don't want to be a fly. So, it's not... Yeah, I don't...
They do kind of...
it doesn't surprise me you don't want to be a fly. I think...
They scare me because they're complete... I can't relate to them. If I look at a pig...
you can relate to a pig.
I don't love bugs mainly because I can't relate to them.
Right, okay.
So if I look at like a small hoglet or a doglet even,
right,
or even you,
or even me,
I can see there's something behind there. There's a soul. I can't really see the soul of a bug.
No,
it's like they're basically it's like Bamzuki down there.
Yeah,
I can't fucking relate. I can't get on any sort of level with any bugs.
If you look like a stick, what am I meant to do with that? What am I meant to do with that? You're a fucking stick. A stick insect, I'm referring to.
I don't want anything to do with you.
I'm not trying to relate to any insect. I don't see insects and go, it's just a shame we can't have a natter at the local cafe.
I mean, if they could speak, it would change everything.
It would.
I would love to.
What would a stick insect say if it could speak, Charlie?
Help me.
Help me.
Kill me.
Kill me?
Well, yeah.
I think they're doing all right.
No, they're not. They're
evolved for their specific thing.
It's such a nightmarish life.
But they don't know any better.
Yeah, they're down in the leaf. They're down in the kind of canopy. No, they're not. I
think they're far more content than us. A stick insect.
Their life. I mean, sometimes I envy dogs, as we've discussed.
As we have discussed. GCSE dog envy is a thing.
Exactly. But it's hard to envy any bug. Because if you look down, I've got a lizard called Roger, who's actually made a massive recovery.
He's made a recovery.
She's
made a recovery.
She's made a recovery.
Fantastic news. Roger's back.
She was doing this thing where she would go like...
So for the listeners, he's just sticking out his tongue and moving his head.
But in this terrifying kind of...
You don't want your lizard to be doing that.
She eats crickets, and the life of those crickets is just... They're bred for slaughter, and they just sit there, eat each other, suck each other.
And what do the crickets eat?
Gel.
Now that's the problem. That's my issue with having a lizard, is I have to go and buy live. I have to feed its food.
And what does the gel eat?
And what does the gel eat?
The gel eats beef.
So I imagine this episode is going to be quite a bit like a BBC bite-size episode.
BBC
it's just
bug
like,
bum.
Pardon?
No, nothing, Andrew.
BBC bread bin?
No. I think Matt would have heard that, but you didn't, so I'm going to get away with it.
What did he say? What did he say?
BBC bug bum?
BBC bug bum.
I didn't get it right.
BBC bug bum. So it's going to be much like that, a bite-sized episode, if anyone remembers that, where it's again, we stray into kids' entertainment a bit too easily on this podcast.
I would disagree with that.
But I think we're going to lean into it.
The show is explicitly for adults.
But engineered for kids, accidentally so.
Challenged adults?
Yeah.
We're not aiming for if you're disabled, but you are welcome here.
but it helps.
And it might help you, yeah.
You might not have to be mad to work here to listen to this, but it helps.
You don't have to be disabled to listen to this podcast, but it certainly doesn't hurt.
But it does help. But yeah, so I think it's going to be lots of marveling at insects because, quite frankly, I had a riot conducting this research. Insects are absolutely insane, and every fact that you're going to find out, if you don't already know it, you're going to be shitting blown away by it.
Andrew was buzzing away behind his laptop.
Like
levitating.
A bee. I had a traumatizing interaction with an insect, or some fucking kid, some young boy, my friend, when I was also young, put on a children's party. And the problem with children's parties is that the adults, they want to do a show. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be like, let's go to the leisure centre and then go to Mackey's anymore. Because parents are like, oh, well, you know, my boy Jonathan really likes this, so we're going to do that. Just go and just give me a woggle on a flume. Do you know what I mean? He posted an insect party. And I genuinely don't remember if this is all a dream or not. I might have completely made this up. But I have a very clear memory of sitting round like in a big group, in a big circle. And then this man wearing like a safari-esque outfit coming out and just putting different fucking insects into the middle. And they just scurry about. And I just remember being like, what in the fuck is going on? Put a fucking big spider in there at one point. And I was like, I genuinely ran away crying because I was like, what? This isn't enjoyable.
No.
What do you mean just let's
Bush
put
Tucker trial.
kids in a circle and then pour insects into the circle?
Is it noncy to keep insects and go to... I guess the kids' party element's noncy. It's not noncy to have insects.
Owning insects as an adult is more of an indicator of paedophilia than owning
A dog.
or a cat.
I agree.
There you go. Well, you own a lizard, you fucking pedo.
My lizard's an adult and it's actually made a miraculous recovery.
What's the point about your lizard being an adult?
It's not like a kid lizard. I don't want
I
to...
think you've misunderstood what I was saying.
I think I have.
An adult. I'm not saying that the age of the insect is being important. I'm saying the age of the person. I don't think people who own young insects are fine.
Is there even an adult versus a child insect? Is that even a thing?
Yeah. Well, larvae, isn't it? You know, larvae is like, you know, their eggs or something.
Larvae's a beautiful name. I might call my daughter Larvae.
Larvae Milner.
I was thinking that caterpillars, we can get onto this, but sorry to linger on paedophilia, and we'll get off it immediately after this.
Thank you.
Would it be quite a good deterrent or a way of combating paedophilia if somehow we could make sure that kids are just like kind of little grublets and or like kind of they're kind of half people, but they're basically like hog kind of worm things.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know.
I would like you to try and think about
genetic modification. Let's adjust their code in the womb, and then they come out with kind of little tails and.
But then you know kids grow into adults, right?
I think what we'd have to do is take a leaf out of the caterpillar's book
and
take them to being a normal adult. So we
what? What the fuck are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, if you could engineer caterpillars being a different. Different vibe / essentially species to a butterfly.
Sure.
Butterfly versus caterpillar, it's chalk and cheese, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, so if we could make chalk and cheese adults kids, then the Nancy adults wouldn't go for the kids because they're literally worms.
If we can make chalk and cheese adults kids,
I think you know what I'm trying to convey.
You're trying to suggest that we need ugly kids and then they go through a metamorphosis into beautiful adults.
Biologically fugly kids.
Yeah, I just think pedos will, still give it a go. I think.
Do you think the war on pedos will ever be won?
No, I think paedophilia is always going to exist.
It's rife and innate in people.
It's just a psychological disorder, isn't it?
It's power. No, I think it's power that does it because it's always celebrities.
We covered your points about paedophilia in school plenty enough for this. There is no need to bring it up in our episode of Insects. And that seems like a wonderful time to jump into Thinker's Corner, where we're going to hear from the best and brightest minds that have ever lived and ever will live. And this week is no different as we investigate the topic of insects.
Who we got in the hive?
Very good. First off in the hive, we've got Rabindranath Tagore.
Is he a rabbi? No, he's not.
I imagine not.
Rabindranath.
Yeah, welcome, Rabin. Please take it away. The butterfly counts, not in months, but moments, and has time enough.
So basically, don't measure it in... It's not about how long you live, it's what you do with your life, Andrew.
Be bloody present in
I'm
the day.
12 moments old. That would be a lot better.
You're 12 moments old.
If you only measure, we fucked off the years.
But you're not 12 years old.
No, I'm 12 moments old.
So what's a moment?
Well, moment one was getting started. Moment one is when I came out.
Okay, so they're literally specific moments.
They're key life events.
Give me all of these 12 moments that have brought you to where you are now.
Moment one, I came out the fanny.
Right.
Moment two, I kissed Jessica Tucker in year 3.
Jessica Tucker. She sounds like something out of a naughty's American college film.
Moment 3, Jessica Tucker broke up in
Jessica Tucker.
She like 10 of these.
Yeah.
She might be. Moment 3, Jessica Tucker ended things in year 4.
Right.
Moment 4, my dad finally told me he loved me. He said it in person.
In person.
Like normally he'd show me.
How old were you at this point? What did he do it over a telegram or something?
No, in person.
I know, but you said
previously he would just show it with muscles and
muscles.
Kind of.
He just flex his muscles at you.
No, like he just.
Oh, he must love me. His biceps are looking massive today.
He'd hug me, or he'd like tell me without verbally saying it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. You'd had to infer it.
And that was crucial for me.
Thank you.
Moment 5. I had a really sad time at school one time because this boy called Jonathan Farrell kept flicking me on the head, and I cried in the car to my mum. That's true. Moment 5.
6, mate.
Moment 6. I got my vengeance on Johnny Farrell by blackmailing him on the bus. Moment 7. I went to Mallorca, stayed on a little boat, and fell off it. Moment 8. I pissed the bed at my friend's house, and his mum.
Is this the infamous one where you framed him?
No, same guy though. Rafe.
You've pissed at Rafe's house more
at
than
his
once.
grandparents' house. I mean, I hid the bed sheets under the bed.
Stop pissing in Rafe's house.
I couldn't help. I had the weakest bladder, and I was the weakest boy. Moment 9. And then Rafe's mum found the bed sheets under the bed that I'd hidden, and I knew she knew for ages.
Okay.
Moment 10. Rafe's mum stripped me naked 7 or 8 years later, age 15, because first time I'd ever
15.
First time I ever got drunk, I fell ill, and they had to strip me naked, and I wasn't pubescent. Moment 10, I finally gave up on Melissa Butcher, on trying to be her boyfriend. Moment 11.
It was Jessica Butcher.
That's Jessica Tucker.
Oh, right. Who's Melissa Butcher?
She's someone else who I fancied for a long time.
Did you go to school in a book? Like Melissa Butcher and Jessica
Mel B.
Tucker?
And then
They're
moment
just
12.
like bad writing names.
And then moment 12, went to uni and then fell in love, but then just kind of didn't get over it for a long time.
Okay. Right, so you haven't had many moments recently, and there's been a big gap. I think your last moment, you went from there was a lot of moments from the age of 0 to like 14, and then there's a big gap, and then your last moment is just, I went to uni. Well, there you go, that was that. Right, but enough fanning about. Let's find out about some wonderful, wonderful insects and the wonderful, wonderful things that they do. It's time to learn about ants.
Who?
This is the big one. Who?
They're all out there right now. The ants are all there, and they're poised. They're not even making any sound. They're just like, what are they going to say about us?
So we've already learned a little bit about ants before in some previous episodes. So here's a quick recap of what we already know about ants, so we can build on the knowledge that we've learned with more knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare an ant time.
Ants have wars.
Ant war.
Yeah, ant wars right there. Ant wars, ant armies. Army ants launch enormous raids where thousands or millions of workers move together, overwhelming anything in their path. Rival ant colonies can battle for territory using specialized soldiers with huge jaws and chemical weapons.
I hate that.
We all know about the warrior ants. And also some ants keep slaves. Certain ants raid other colonies, steal their young and bring them back to their own nests. The captured ants grow up believing they belong to the invading colony and perform tasks like caring for young and gathering food.
Now I can get behind this, the sort of enslave. If you're an ant and you're enslaving the enemy, it must feel pretty fucking good. Like I think like nowadays, obviously you can't do that in terms of like enslaving like a war population that you're fighting against.
Humans can't do that.
Yeah, as in,
nowadays you can't do slavery.
That would be terrible.
But it would be pretty good if we could. Is that where you're going with this?
No, I just mean like
slavery would feel pretty good, but nowadays you obviously
I'm talking
can't
like in
do
the
that.
medieval.
Would you like to
England.
own a slave?
Sorry,
You'd like to own a slave? Would you?
Well, I'm saying if I was in a medieval battle, I'm a Viking and I'm like pillaging fucking everyone.
Okay.
And I enslave some Corsican village.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is pretty fucking convenient. Because I don't have the language to know that this is fucked. And I can just do what I want to these lot.
Right.
So it's like guilt-free.
Guilt-free fucking.
Not fucking.
Fucking your slave
No,
boys.
fuckery is what I was going to say. Not fucking.
Guilt-free fucking. Well, that was a bizarre aside.
I defend my lady like an ant defends his queen. I'll fucking die for that woman.
Would you?
I'll kill a man for that.
Yeah.
I'll eat a man and
Eat? Well, that's just taking it unnecessarily far.
I think
I'll
to
kill
show-
and cook a man to save my lady, and she'll be just there shivering, going, "You didn't need to eat him."
If you tried to hurt my lady, I'd kill.
Right? Would you kill me?
I would kill you.
Would
I
you
think.
kill me for if I was trying to hurt her? I guess.
I'd kill you. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just
but I'd do it efficiently. I wouldn't take pleasure in it.
no. How would you kill me?
I think I'd just like break you on the pavement.
Curb stomp me? That's one of the most brutal ways you could do it.
I'd like to send you a message and make sure that you can never use your mouth again.
Well, that changed very quickly from I'll do it, I'll just put you out of your misery to I'm going to curb stomp you as a message. But ants also do lots of crazy things as well. There's not just lots of them everywhere. They also do some stuff. So ants build bridges as well as rafts. So ants can create some of the most remarkable living structures in nature by turning their own bodies into bridges and rafts. Army ants, for example, can span gaps in the forest by linking together thousands of individuals, with some ants gripping the edges while others connect their legs and bodies to form a flexible bridge that their colony can walk across.
Excuse me.
Even more impressive, the bridge can adjust itself. Ants join or leave the structure depending on what is most efficient, without any single ant directing the process. Fire ants use a similar strategy during floods, rapidly linking their bodies together to form a floating raft that can carry the colony to safety.
Unbelievable.
The ants trap air between their bodies, making the raft waterproof and buoyant, while the queen and young are protected in the center, and workers rotate positions to survive long periods in the water.
So they're about as like selfless as it gets.
Look at it.
It is unbelievable.
Look, go on that YouTube video, because there's a fucking... This is an ant raft. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Look at it.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's
That
an
is
ant
amazing.
raft? That is a raft of fucking ants. Think how many ants are in there. And they're all there's the vulnerable people and the important people in the middle. Whilst the worker ants rotate so they don't
The
die.
vulnerable people. Who are the vulnerable ones?
The children.
The babies.
The babies.
The disabled?
Yes.
Will someone save the
Save the disabled people.
babies?
But
And right in the middle is a disabled baby.
look at it. It's fucking astonishing that they're like, oh, it's flooding here. I guess we'll move all of us somewhere else via linking arms and floating down a fucking river.
I can imagine
the fact that a flood doesn't kill ants is the most obscene fact I've ever heard.
It is unbelievable.
A flood should kill all of them. But they're like, nah, that's fine. We'll make a fucking boat. Ant rafts, unbelievable. Why aren't we learning about that all the time? I want that to be in the news. I want every time an ant raft is spotted for it to be
Georgia.
a headline on BBC News. Ants make a fucking raft again. And then the tagline, are you fucking joking?
They've done it again.
They've done it again. They've made a raft out of themselves to move their colony because it got a bit rainy. Nearly 100% of the colony usually survives.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? You're making it... It's ants on water. Making a raft and they're all fucking surviving.
Do a song by the band Ants on Water.
Ants on... Wait, that's the name of the band or the song?
The band is called Ants on Water.
We're walking down the river, going down the river, gonna find ourselves a home. We're gonna make a better life. We're gonna make it on our own. Together we are ants and we're gonna be ourselves. We're gonna get to the place and go it all along.
Protect the queen.
But, insects can go too far and have throughout history. So every now and again, we have to fucking check them.
You've taken it too far this time.
So, obviously, we've got to keep them in check. Otherwise, they're going to get a
100%.
bit too big for their
Boots, actually. I can imagine it.
antennae.
Well, they've got little boots, ants, sort of. They wear boots, they got little hats, and they serve the mission. It's what comes
So we
first,
have to
Japan or armies or ants?
What comes first, Japan, armies, or ants?
It's like, in terms of that sort of tone, it's very hard to know which came first.
Japan, armies, or
Continue.
ants? Ants. Then armies, then Japan.
Ants came before armies,
Yes.
you think?
Yes.
Ants before people.
Yes. Ants appeared approximately 130 to 140 million years ago. Japan, roughly 30. Well, was it called Japan though, as a distinct culture and state? Yeah, okay, roughly 30,000 years ago, and then armies. Okay, maybe. Yeah, armies would have been before that, right? It is ants, armies, Japan. Are we happy with ants,
Good.
armies, Japan?
That's a trajectory.
But we've got to keep insects in check, okay? We've got to keep them in check via proper legal frameworks sometimes, okay?
Contrant.
Pardon?
No.
So we've had some ant trials. It's time to discuss some trials of ants because
not guilty.
Who was that?
I'm an ant with a speech impediment.
So, in medieval Europe, animals and insects could be legally prosecuted. In 1320, a specific swarm of common cockchafers, a large beetle. Have you got something to say about the large beetle that's called a cockchafer, Charlie Milner?
It's basically kind of developed this rash on its shaft.
As expected.
And
Was
actually
put
washing
on
its genitals too much.
Yes.
Was too clean.
Was put on trial in Avignon, France, for damaging crops. Because the individual insects obviously could not speak for themselves, the court appointed them a human lawyer. The lawyer argued that God created the beetles, so they had the right to eat. The judge ultimately ruled that the insects had to relocate to a specifically designated piece of land outside of town. When they failed to comply, they were officially declared outlaws.
That would infuriate me.
It would infuriate.
I'd be like, I'm a fucking beetle.
Obviously, very, very charming indeed. This goes into the charming pile. Yes. Imagine that
it's taking
court
charming
case.
too far.
It is charming to have an entire court case against cockchafers and going, can you please stop eating our plants? And then for them to appoint a human lawyer to speak for the cockchafers.
But
to be honest, that's what I want to be in life.
No.
I want to be the lawyer for cockchafers. I want to be the lawyer stood up defending the cockchafers.
Living in a children's book.
Okay, can you be a southern lawyer defending the right of the European cockchafer for me, please?
God damn. We are gathered here today to witness a...
You're not officiating a wedding.
We are gathered here today to witness a great injustice. This cockchafer been through enough. These beetles been through hell and high water and fire. For a start, their genitals are flaking.
No.
And second of all, do you not have anything better? Do y'all not understand that they do not have all they know is hay? All that they know is crop and hay. They know not the sins of man. How could you city flock, you low people? How could you seek vengeance on them? You will be the ones that will pay, and you will burn. For I know that our Father who art in heaven is scowling down on us. For he knows y'all have sinned. Let he who has not sinned cast the first beetle. Now, if you really think that this is going to get your own back on these beetles, then by all means. But if you really understand yourself and your Father, and mine too, you will let them go.
Fucking bees. What the shit is going on with them? Let's go. Bees! So bees also have some interesting forms of attack. When honeybees face a deadly threat from predators such as Asian giant hornets, they have developed an extraordinary group defense. Pardon?
Ian Watkins.
Is he an Asian giant hornet?
No, he's a Welsh paedophile, deceased. Please continue.
Why did you bring that up in that context?
Because you said predator, and he was one.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did say
He's
predator.
gone now.
He is gone now.
Thank God.
Murdered in prison.
They often are. Ian Huntley?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Okay.
You see, I've got information about bees
I've
here,
got lots
not
of pedo stuff.
not British paedophile deaths in prison.
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of navigate
It's a
the
real
two of
good
these
riddance
things.
situation when the pedos get got in prison, isn't it?
There is absolutely no need to talk about paedophiles right now. Zero need whatsoever. Couldn't be less of a need. So they have developed an extraordinary group defense strategy. They can heat their enemies to death. Thousands of bees surround an invading hornet, forming a... Is that just heat?
Yeah,
You're just communicating.
I'm soundscaping. I'm trying to
heat.
compliment your amazing plan.
Forming a tight bee ball around it, then rapidly vibrate their flight muscles to raise the temperature inside the cluster. The heat builds until the hornet can no longer survive, while the bees themselves are able to tolerate the higher temperature. No single bee could defeat such a powerful predator alone, but together they run their entire colony. Billy Colony.
Straight.
Billy Connolly. Billy Colony. Bee Colony. Billy Connolly.
Free the colony.
That's the time. Do that. Bee Colony. Bee Colony. Billy Connolly.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly.
Keep going.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly. Bee colony. Billy Connolly. Bee colony.
Don't take the gaps.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly.
Don't take the. You're still taking the gaps.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly. Bee colony.
Still
Billy,
gap.
Bee colony.
Billy Connolly.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly. Bee colony. Billy
Still a
Connolly.
gap.
Bee colony. Billy Connolly. Billy colony. Billy Connolly. Bee colony. Billy Connolly.
And now Matt.
Bee colony, Billy colony. No.
Oh, you need to do it more than once, don't you?
What's the name?
Bee colony, Billy Colin. Fucking hell, I can't even do it.
Bee
Bee colony,
Billy
Billy
Connolly.
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 Bee colony, Billy Connolly.
Bee colony, Billy Colony. Bee colony. I can't even do it
Bee
once.
colony, Billy colony.
Bee colony, Billy Connolly.
Bee colony. Be the colony.
Don't
Be the
Connolly. Yeah, but that is, again, another bizarre, incredible thing that bees are fucking doing. They're surrounding insects, they're surrounding predators and literally heating the fuckers up just by moving. Anyway, here are some dates for your calendar. On the 20th of May, it's World Bee Day. On the 14th of March, we've got Learn About Butterflies Day. On the 1st of September, it's World Lacewing Day. And the last full week of June, it's National Pollinator Week.
When's your birthday?
20th of August.
So that's coming up too.
Yeah.
Any plans?
None yet.
I mean, my friend's dad had a tapeworm, and I can't tell if he made this
Why
up.
do you know so many people who have had tapeworms?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
How many people do you know? 2? Because I've heard of 2. Is there any more? Because
2.
I know 0 people who've had tapeworms. Matt?
Yeah, I don't know.
Two.
I've feared I've had one at points.
Oh, man.
Not feared.
Now,
I've
why have
actually
you
had
felt
one.
like you've had a tapeworm?
I think that's just like a fear of mine, maybe.
You take the world.
You've got a private fear of having a tapeworm.
I don't know. I think when you're in like tropical countries and you eat random shit, and then
Tropical
you just feel a
countries
bit,
is
you
fair.
feel a bit like dodgy, and then you're like, have I got one in there? Because you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No,
How would you
completely,
know?
Matt.
It's
Yeah, okay.
terrifying.
It's the worst.
I guess
it's the
when you're
worst
traveling,
idea.
I can understand.
And
yeah.
that thing that swims up your knob. I ain't talking about Philippa. You know, that fear of getting infected by some sort of bug or animal would
Or
be
detritus.
is Matt. I can fully relate to you on that, Matt. Honestly, because where were we? Oh yeah, my mate's dad. Apparently, he was making the big toilet. Okay,
Yeah.
and apparently he honestly, with 2 hands,
Oh my god.
was pulling a tape
That is horrific.
like a fucking rope.
How long was it?
They can go up to like a couple meters. And he was just pulling it out of his. I mean, this is what I've been told.
How did he know it was there?
I think maybe it
He
just
just felt
breached.
it. It breached.
It turtled. Oh my god!
So some people give themselves tapeworms to diet, right?
Yes.
Because it eats all the food.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. But, I don't hate the
I mean,
ingenuity
apparently
of
if
it
you eat
because you
meat-
can do what you want. And then, you can enjoy all your food and let the fucking
No,
worm
but are you
eat
really
it.
enjoying it if you're doing that? You're not.
Yeah, you are.
You're sick.
Yeah,
You're-
there's
you're-
obviously an issue.
How does it know not to just bite through your organs as well?
That's what
I
I'm
don't really
saying.
know how tapeworms work.
No, do we have to do that?
You brought it up. Tapeworms are parasitic flatworms that live inside a host's intestines. Lacking a digestive tract, they anchor themselves to the intestine wall using hooks and suckers on their head and directly absorb pre-digested nutrients through the air. So they're not chomping, so there's no issue with them chomping through the
They
intestines.
don't have teeth.
They don't have a fucking digestive tract. They
So
absorb food. So they just hook on and then just sit there and then let food come
Idiots.
in.
I reckon-
You'd love to be a tapeworm.
No, I
That's
wouldn't.
your dream.
It's so
That's
far
your
from my
dream.
dream.
You'd
My
love
dream
it.
is to do this.
You'd love it.
Um,
Yeah, horrible at things. And how'd you get them?
No, but
Why-
apparently-
why?
We could all have them. How
yeah,
would
we
we
could
even
no.
know?
But if you eat meat and fish, apparently we just do have worms. They're not tapeworms, but we honestly
have just
we
what-
just got
right.
worms.
Well-
I had a worm. I'll be honest now.
Okay.
I'm really upset to admit this, but I had a worm after I went to Kev Mudd's caravan in Cornwall.
Kev Mud gave you worm.
Well, some salami on Kev's counter gave me a worm, and then I went to the farm.
Salami on Kev's counter.
and I went,
God, that sounds horrendous.
I went to the pharmacy, and I was like, I've got a worm.
Wait,
And
why,
then-
why did you think you had a worm?
Because I could see it in my stool. It's horrible. It was just there writhing like this. It was like
It was alive, and you
yeah, of
saw a
course it's
real
alive.
worm in
Worm,
your
a
shit.
threadworm, man. It's horrible. It
So
was
you
long
had
time
a
ago.
threadworm.
I've had one.
So you've had a threadworm.
I've had a threadworm. Listen.
So you know, including yourself, 3 people who have had a threadworm.
Well, one tapeworm, 2 threadworm. It's not good.
Okay, I don't know the difference between tape and thread.
Thread is tiny. Tape is huge.
Right, hilarious that you're an expert in tape versus threadworm because everyone you know has had one or the other.
Look, it was a hard time, and the way to get rid of it is you just take the biggest pill in the world. You basically take a burger-sized pill,
Yeah.
and it absolutely
And it just and
beats
did
the
you see it
shit out of
dead?
threadworm. No, thank God. I don't want to see its like cadaver. Which is like,
I know you don't want to, but do you?
no, I didn't see that. But every time, to be honest, for a long time afterwards,
Did you feel horrible?
I felt awful.
You're like, I've got a worm in
Yeah,
me.
I felt very dirty. I felt
Yeah.
sick. And I felt like
I don't think I've
every time I
got
look down,
close at any point to having a worm in me.
you're quite a worm. I would be so.
You'd be shocked
baffled
if I'd never had a tapeworm.
I'd be baffled if you never had threadworm or tapeworm. Or
Why would you be baffled if I've never?
Because
had
you're
threadworm?
sort of kid that would have been like licking the mud up.
Yeah,
So am I.
Yeah, mud licking children.
So yeah, tapeworm is bad, obviously, Andrew.
Yeah, threadworm good.
No, threadworm bad.
Threadworms are tiny white thread-like parasites that live in the human gut. People swallow microscopic eggs which hatch in the... They're born there. At night, adult female worms migrate out of the anus to lay thousands of sticky eggs on the surrounding skin, causing itching and bleeding. So you swallow an egg, it then hatches in you, and then it crawls down into your ass, and then lays eggs on your
We're
ass.
sorry about all of this.
That is absolutely
We're sorry about all of
awful. And these aren't even insects. So
this. They crawl out of onto your bum.
and lay eggs on your bum.
Do they go all over the carpet and stuff?
Oh.
That's the least of your concerns.
Got to hoover them up.
What
and
kind of a
everything,
question is that? Oh, have we got eggs on the carpet or what? I've just fucking cleaned in here. Not giving a fuck
Do they
about
have a
the
yolk?
10,000 eggs on your anus. Do they have a yolk? You want to eat them? Scrambled or poached? Unbelievable.
Boiled, I suppose. That's the only way for it.
Yeah, I think, well, just the bin is the only way for it, Charlie. Or, fuck it, I don't know, burn them. Just burn my bum off at that point.
Burn my bum off. If my bum's covered in eggs, burn it off.
Anything covered, like, get eggs away from me in more than one, more ways than one. But, like, when people get spider eggs in them somehow, like when there's, like, I don't know if this is just old wives' tales, but when spiders can lay eggs within the skin and they hatch.
That's my biggest fear, to be honest.
Kill me.
Yeah, do kill me.
If they're like, if I go to the
Immediately.
doctor and they're like, imagine if you see it go under your skin, I think I'd immediately just jump out the window.
Yeah, chop it off. Chop me off. Bedbugs are also some of the worst in the world.
Yeah.
Bedbugs,
Way
I
more
can't
prolific
see a
than
reason why they exist.
Bedbugs are way more prolific than I expected.
They're
we had the people who slept upstairs in my old house had bed bugs.
Did they tell you?
I lived with them, yeah. Otherwise, how the fuck would I know? No, I knew.
Got a hunch.
There's
No,
that
they
bed.
smell like
there's a reek that people have when they're walking around with bed bugs.
They smell like almonds, I think. Sweet almonds.
How the fuck do you even know that?
That's a
Bed bugs
common-
smell like almonds, do they?
Bedbugs, bedbugs been there because of the smell of almonds.
Do bed bugs smell like almonds? What are we doing? What's going on?
We're sorry. Yeah.
Just wanted to learn about bees.
Many
Just wanted to learn about bees.
people describe large bedbug infestations as producing a sweet, musty odor that smells like almonds, marzipan, coriander,
You
or
are
spoiled raspberries.
such an expert on these like insect pests. You know so much about bed bugs and tapeworms, and it's you know what? It's the least surprising
fit?
thing I've ever heard.
Which, because you know about like bears and blueberries.
Yeah, I know about bears and blueberries.
And I know
What
about-
of it?
I know about worms and maggots.
Yeah, you're a maggoty boy. Do you know a fact about a maggot?
God hates mags.
Yeah.
Do I know
When I
facts? Yeah, I
first
do,
arrived
yeah.
in London, and I was a bit confused about the food waste situation. I put some discarded pasta with some sauce in the food waste bin, and then completely forgot about it.
For a week.
Longer, I think. Outside, because the bin was
smell.
outside, and I just
Smell.
forgot about it. But no, I came in and I went, oh shit, we need to do that. Maybe it might be a month or something. Maggots all over it.
It's awful.
Why? It's a closed bin, sauce pasta in there. Why be maggots? How be maggots?
Flies enter.
No, maggots turn into flies, don't they?
No, but flies hatch. Flies lay maggot eggs that turn into maggots that turn into flies.
I don't think a fly could fit through there. There must have been an opening, I suppose. There must have been an opening.
Otherwise,
so
if it's
flies, hold
maggots-
on, is that how it works? Flies lay egg, turn into maggot
into
become fly. Why is everything turning into a winged thing? It's so odd. It's weird.
If you had the option to become a bird,
Yes, I would.
you'd
Straight
bite my
away.
hand off.
Obviously, immediately.
At what age?
17. You?
50. Yeah, retirement.
It'd be nice
I'll
to
just become an eagle.
I thought retire at
Yeah,
50, but
30. Maybe 30.
30?
You've lived a life, you adulthood.
Nah,
Yeah, come
get me
on.
up there.
And also, then you can really fuck it off. If it goes wrong for you and I can actually fly, my options are.
That would be
open.
amazing, wouldn't it?
They practice flying on the Isle of Man, apparently.
They practice flying.
The flight guys, the pilots, will practice. They will practice
King.
how to fly,
Hell.
and they will land upon the Isle of Man.
Who?
The
Oh, you're
trainee
just
pilots.
saying trainee pilots. Do you think it's adequate to say that they practice flying on the Isle of Man? You know what? I suppose it is. It's just such a bizarre fact to bring into this conversation.
Now, quickly, Andrew.
Yeah.
So, obviously, tapeworms as they are, or bedbugs, or any of these worms, these horrible little worms, and they currently can't talk. But if they could, if they were incredibly they were as disgusting as they are, but they did occasionally deposit like nuggets of
Go on then.
support and wisdom.
Go on then. You're my tapeworm. This is what you want me to do. So we'll do it. You're my tapeworm.
Consider changing career path.
That's not very supportive. Why is that your go-to supportive thing? I think you should change what you're doing.
Pete, you're not near. You're much better looking than you actually think you are.
Right. Thanks.
And actually-
Still seems a bit odd to say, but
You're very lucky to be doing what you're doing.
okay, that's a big 180 on what you were saying earlier.
You're very,
Tapeworm.
you're very lucky to be doing what you're doing,
Right.
and you should be more grateful. So
Okay.
Be
Again,
thank-
it's still a bit. It's not like it's still telling me off a bit.
be
isn't it?
thankful for what you've got. You're doing very well, and you should be
Okay.
grateful for it.
It's
Right.
a kind of, it's sort of positive, but it's
Okay.
slightly nasty.
I get what you mean. So, what's your question?
Would you like that?
No.
The only way that I envy tapeworms
Yeah.
and kind of small bugs that live in people is that occasionally, you want to take 5 every now and then.
Have a rest.
Like, if I could just hide in someone else's body, no one is fucking finding me. I was reading a book for the first time in a long time, and it was about this stripper in San Francisco, and she had a client, and they didn't do it much.
Is this a novel or a?
I think it's a book. It's a
Oh fuck me, Charlie. Is it a fiction or non-fiction?
non-fiction.
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 True.
Okay.
Yeah, she had a
So it's not a novel.
no.
You have books are just the. I can't do it. I can't. Just go on.
There's a book. There's this. Basically, I was hearing about this story about this San Francisco.
In a book, you were hearing about it in a book. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there was a lady, a San Francisco novel.
What book? What book is this?
Strippers.
So it's stories from strippers.
Yes.
Okay. Real life stripper stories.
She
Right.
has a she has a guy, and they don't do anything overtly sexual necessarily.
Right.
There are a lot of the men are kind of lewd or pathetic, or they're kind of horny widows,
Lewd is funny, but go on.
horny widowers, and
Right.
my mic smells of vegetables, and she basically was saying that
We're driving right into a cliff right now.
there's this one guy who would come in, and they didn't do much kind of
They didn't do much sexual stuff.
She
You've
couldn't-
already
she
said
wouldn't give him,
that
like,
because he was a lewd man.
because he wasn't. She wouldn't give him like big titty dances. It was like much more quiet than that. He would drink her wee, or like she would spit.
That's not. I'm sorry. Drinking someone's wee cannot be described as much quieter than a big titty dance. I mean, that's fuckloads louder. What?
She wouldn't give him any of that.
She wouldn't. She'd do
She'd
kink
spit
shit.
in his mouth.
It's kink
She'd
shit.
sort of ignore him. Yeah, kink shit. Kink shit.
Right.
But like very much little boy kink shit, where she would ignore him for 2 hours. She'd go on
It's like a
TikTok,
power
and he'd
play
just
thing.
pant in the corner. Yeah, it's a power play thing.
Yeah.
And his biggest ultimate fantasy was to become the size of a bull,
Right.
and for her to eat him. And I can relate to that in the sense that you'd be cozy as a little bull or worm. You'd be finally at peace.
I feel like I really lost control of this podcast about 20 minutes ago. I'm not really sure what's just happened for the last 25 minutes.
Do you relate to that at all? And who would you like to live in?
I don't want to live in anyone, actually, if I'm being completely honest.
You don't want to live anymore.
What would it look like living in someone?
It would look pink and dark.
For you, it's just like you often just want a nap or a holiday.
A breather.
You don't need to live in someone to get away from it all.
I think you can. That's one way of doing it, definitively.
But it's not, insects aren't just crazy kooky characters, side characters doing their own thing around nature. Humans have learned a titting lot from insects, haven't we? Yes, we bloody have.
I've just learned most of the things in the world then.
The chainsaw, if you can believe it.
She's taken.
She's taken. What situation was that? There's a man with a chainsaw who then turns to someone and says, she's taken. What's going on?
I'm threatening some guy who's coming at my woman.
Gotcha.
Don't fucking do not look at her. That's Bay.
The original concept for the modern chainsaw
with the
was
word
invented
bay.
by a lumberjack who observed the wood-boring larvae of the ponderous borer beetle. He noticed the beetle's unique jaw arrangement cut through wood much more cleanly than traditional manual saws.
I just think it's amazing. I like the idea of measuring jaw strength in people and animals, and that's why I suggested that sport last week about how hang jaw.
What is your fascination with jaw strength?
It's just like I don't know. There's something eternal about just.
No, there's nothing. What do you mean eternal about
just
jaw
like
strength?
somebody just clamped on like onto something forever.
There's something eternal about it.
If they were there forever.
I don't know what to do.
What I'm saying
I don't know what to say anymore.
What I'm saying is,
I said, what fascinates you about jaw strength? You said it's because it's eternal, because it can be eternal if someone clamps on and doesn't let go forever. I don't know what does someone
you just
say
can't reason
to that?
with it. You just can't reason with somebody who's just got their jaw clamped onto something. It's just like, this is fucking crazy. This is like,
And that's why you like it.
I like the kind of how you can't control. It's like it's beyond control. You just can. They're just clamped on. You
like jaw strength because it's beyond control.
You can't reason with somebody if they're clamped onto you, basically, and I like that.
Okay, there's also optics and LED displays. The jagged nanostructure of a firefly's glowing organ is optimized to reduce light reflection. Scientists have replicated this design in organic light-emitting diodes, OLEDs, which dramatically increases the light extraction, efficiency, and brightness of digital screens. So, we're learning things from the fireflies. We're using what they use to watch our telly.
If 10 million fireflies, I'm weird because I don't fully understand myself.
What? What?
You heard me.
You've got written down on your plan. Ooh, I'm fucking loud with this. Even on your plan, this isn't what happens in the room. Charlie's got written under that. Ooh, lamp cringe. Now, what does ooh lamp cringe mean?
I don't know, just something cringy about being like all cozy with all your lamps. I like lamps, but you can't have
too many.
You can't be.
How many lamps is cringe? In the living room?
7.
Yeah,
if they're in a perfect circle. No,
that's not cringe. That's satanic.
No, 7. 7 lamps, and they're all they've got little tea cozies on them. They're all
tea cozies on the lamps. Tea cozies on the lamps, right? That's so. When I ask 7, if they've got tea cozies on them,
having too many, it's like cozy cringe style.
Yeah.
Too many lamps equals you're cringing me out. Basically, you're giving me the ick. Ooh, lamp cringe. Perfect. No, perfect interjection.
Right. That's enough of that. Let's buzz our way up to Patreon Valley. How's the valley looking?
It's covered in grubs.
Imagine so.
But in a good way. They're all wearing little dresses and they've got jumpers. They're like.
So as ever, we're going to take some questions from the members of the Patreon Valley. And here we've got Joshua Hardy who's got a question. If you were to give an insight to human personality, which one would you want to marry?
I think a very stern praying mantis.
All of your sexual desires are to be hurt in some ways, or to be manhandled by a predator.
It's not so much manhandled. It's more that I want her to wear the trousers, but occasionally she lets me put them on.
Right.
But she's definitely the boss.
Yeah, she's a
and
praying
she doesn't like
mantis.
any of the other boys, but she likes me.
Okay, and she's like your little protector.
Yes, but I'm so in her pocket, it's unbelievable. It's like that. It's like prison style.
Yeah.
But it's also, there's a balance to it, and occasionally she lets me kind of pretend to be in charge.
Yeah, okay, I like it. That's completely fair and lovely. So what have we learned this week, Charlie?
We've learned that...
I think that's probably fair enough, to be honest.
You really can't afford to get... Tapeworms. And also, there is something to be said for being one in terms of having a breather. So it's equal, I don't want to be you. I don't want to have you, but I would like to be you. In the same way that... no, actually, there's no other example where that applies. I don't want to have you, but I do want to be you. That's what I say to the tapeworms. Right. What have you learned this week, Andrew?
A sadly small amount.
I think a continuing appreciation of bees.
Yeah. I mean, it's been an episode mostly focused on parasites. rather than and bomb fucking worms rather than what I don't really know what I thought, but I did think in some ways we're gonna dive into the majesty of bees and bees and ants, aren't they incredible and all that, but
that kind of goes without saying though.
It's mostly bomb eggs. I guess it goes without saying. But we've learned that they're wonderful, that they're complex, they're interesting beings, they're, far smarter and complex than we thought they were. And there's a lot to learn from them, and we have learned a lot from them. And I'll continue to learn from the ants. I'll continue to learn from the bees.
I think we can take, certainly in terms of firstly, put the ladies in charge, And
Right.
secondly,
Yep.
stop fighting and just mindlessly work towards your goal.
Yep. Head down.
Robot mode.
Head down, antennas up. Make a raft and float down the river. Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
It's Henry and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.